after a surprisingly low-scoring affair yesterday, I'm going to back the over the total with the Atlanta Braves take on the Baltimore Orioles. I'm expecting more offensive production today than what we saw yesterday. Look for a lot of quality at bats from both these teams. Let's break it down. Odds makers came out with it at 7.5. I think that's a little bit too low for this game. Baltimore's a really good hitting team at home. The Braves should have some success against Jimenez. Look for them both to go ahead and break out from that low-scoring affair yesterday. I like over the 7.5 in this spot. Julio Teheran gets the start for the Braves. He has not had the season they anticipated. He comes in with an ERA of 4.49 and a whip of 1.37. But that's not the problem with him. He's really struggled on the road with a 6.95 ERA and a whip of just under 1.8. So he's been really struggling on the road. In his last 3 starts, in fact, he's allowed 15 earned runs in 19 innings. Look for Baltimore to have some really good swings at the plate against him. For Baltimore, you got Ubaldo Jimenez, and he's having a pretty good year, 3.81 ERA and a 1.35 whip. He's been absolutely shelled those last 2 games, allowing 7 earned and then 7 earned. Now, that was against 2 really good hitting teams, but still, I think we're starting to see him regress back to what he should be as a pitcher, a guy with an ERA of around 4 and a whip of around 1.35, 1.4, that area. That's more of where he is at in his ability, and his home ERA is ridiculous. He's got an ERA just over 2, a whip just under 1. I don't think that's going to last. I think the Braves are good for at least 3 or 4 runs off of him today, so look for them to go ahead, get a lot of good at-bats against Jimenez. Offensively, Baltimore is better across the board, and the Braves have struggled, but Freeman is back in that lineup. You know, he's just starting to get back, so hopefully he'll be able to knock the ball around a little bit off Jimenez, maybe even hit one out and get us some runs on the board. Overall, you got Baltimore. They're ranked 9th in runs scored per game in the major leagues, and they're ranked 9th in OPS. You got Atlanta ranked down in the lower part of the league, ranked 26th and 27th, that area, in runs scored per game and OPS. The thing about Baltimore that's good, though, is at home, that 9th ranking jumps up to 4th rankings in both runs scored and OPS. They're a really good home hitting team. Braves, they've had some injuries, but again, with Freeman back, I like them. Hopefully to start getting some momentum here. They're not going to make any sort of playoff push, but they got some talent on that team. They should be a lot more competitive than they have been. Look for them to knock around Jimenez today. I like over the total in this game, 7.5. Baltimore versus the Braves. That's my over the total play in Major League Baseball. And I wish you luck on your plays of the day.